This is a video about reflection and the law of reflection. This is going to be using a mirror, and this is the mirror we're going to be using. You can see it's reflecting the camera which is recording this video. So, during this experiment we need a protractor, something to measure angles. So we've got a protractor constructed on this piece of paper, and on here we have a line which is designed to have the mirror on it. We know where the mirror goes because it's a hash line here. Those hashes show the rear of the mirror. So when we put the mirror onto the hash line, we put it so that the front of the mirror is away from the hashes are on the back of the mirror. Then what we do, we take a ray of light and we shine it onto the mirror so that it hits the mirror at an angle which we've measured, and it hits the mirror at this thing which we call a normal line. Now the normal line is constructed so it's at 90 degrees to the surface of the mirror. You can see the right angle signal just there. And so this normal line is perpendicular, and that's where we make all of our measurements from. We don't measure the angle from the mirror to the line, we measure the angle from the normal to the ray of light. So this is where the ray of light comes in, and this is the angle of incidence, and this is where the ray of light comes out, and this is the angle of reflection. Now we can see, if we get this correct, this angle of incidence is 40 degrees here. It hits at the normal, and we can measure the angle of incidence here, and we should see it's 40 degrees, exactly the same as the angle of incidence. We have an angle of incidence and an angle of reflection, exactly the same. And it doesn't matter where we move this. Let's put this down at 60 degrees, hitting at the normal line again. So it goes through 60 degrees, hits the normal line, and we should see that this is also very close to 60 degrees. There will be some errors in there, might be the angle of the mirror or whatever, but basically the rule is that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. When we're drawing these lines in examinations, we always make sure that when we construct our angle of incidence, we show it's coming in by drawing an arrow on it, and then we show the angle of reflection is coming out by again drawing an arrowhead on it, showing that it's coming out.